Well, welcome to the May edition of Cornerstone Presents. Hi, I'm Richard Montez, and welcome to Port Elizabeth, South Africa. I just arrived here yesterday, but I want to show you all that the Lord did this last month in Croatia. Here's a short
Coming to Croatia is like coming home. From Zagreb, I went to Osijek. I met with my actors there and talked about our new project in Slovenski Brod. Spring is in the air, and everywhere you look there are explosions of colors in the trees and in the gardens. Beautiful. I would be rehearsing in Osijek, which is an older city in the northeast of Croatia, near the Serbian border. We had a few rehearsals and we got ready for the show. However, a lot of time is spent in Međimurje, which is made up of lots of small towns where I'm well known. I had a chance to preach and minister in a Pushchina church, then lead a Cornerstone board meeting with my Cornerstone leadership in Čakovec, made up of Igor Černugl, Mladen Konecki, Vlado Hoblaj, and Mihail Kreko. I went to Slovenski Brod for press conferences with television, newspaper, and radio and internet outlets in the city. The production would be hosted by Pastor Darko Mikulic in Slovenski Brod and Cornerstone Arts Croatian pastor Vlado Hoblaj. Back to Međimurje, I was asked to preach in a church in Čakovec. While here, I was visited by a dear friend, Jane Gatalo, who serves as my interpreter in Dnipropetrovsk, Ukraine. It was such a nice surprise to have her come visit. We visited Toksan Castle, a famous and well-preserved landmark near Varaždin. It's stunning, and the landscape around the castle is equally majestic. We loved our time there. However, not all things were going well. It seemed that for every new actor I recruited for the show, one would drop out. This is disconcerting because a lot of time is wasted training, then recruiting new actors, retraining them just to have them drop out. It was quickly becoming a serious spiritual attack that could negatively affect the show. We went to prayer and we believed the Lord to intercede. We would not be ready with only 80% of the cast. We were still in need of actors, and I had gone through the entire Cornerstone roster of Croatian actors. But by a stroke of God's wonderful grace, a few actors were able to clear their schedules at the last minute, which would give us now 90% of the actors. We could do the show, but just barely. The sets were loaded in, and we set up. Everything went smoothly, and we had a full run-through on the stage. Then the next morning, we opened to hundreds of little school children who were so excited for the musical. And although we didn't have everyone, we were able to look like a full cast. My actors performed well, and afterwards I could speak to the kids about the Lord and about their dreams. We continued with other performances, and the shows got better and better. We finally ended with cast pictures, and the public loved the show. What looked like a disaster was averted by the Lord and gave us instead a beautiful show. I'm so grateful to the Lord, and especially to Pastors Darko and Gorana Miklovic and Vlado Hoblaj and the crew for all their help to make this show possible. I spent some time with a new friend, Zvonimir Petak, who will be joining the performances in the fall production of Joseph. I spent a few days of rest with him before flying on to South Africa. Once again, we had a great success in Croatia.
beautiful show, and we're expected to do more this next time in Varaždin in the fall. But for right now, we've got a wonderful new production, The Hiding Place, here in South Africa. So please keep us in prayer as we get ready for that production, won't you? And you can see we've got a beautiful little visitor who just kind of left us there, a giraffe who just was kind of checking in on our filming session. Well, that wraps up this month's edition of Cornerstone Presents for the month of May. For more information, you can log on to cornerstonearts.com. But for now, we've got a lot of work to do here in South Africa. So, for the month of May and for Cornerstone Presents, that's it. I'm Richard Montez.